Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 1 math. So you can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 1 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter 2 in three-dimensional shapes. The lessons we are going to cover from the chapter are named the three-dimensional shapes, count the shapes faces, identify faces of three-dimensional shapes, right? So let's just start with first we're going to see what are the two-dimensional shapes, right? Please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well, right? So let's just see what are the two-dimensional shapes. What do you know about two-dimensional shapes? What are the two-dimensional shapes? What do you know about the two-dimensional shapes? Which is a two-dimensional shape? Okay, just write the name of a two-dimensional shape. Two-dimensional, right? Just look at the name. That means the shape that has only two dimensions is a two-dimensional shape, right? You can just note down the definition. A flat figure or a shape that has two dimensions. Which two dimensions, right? Height and length and width, right? These are the two dimension. A shape that has length and width is the two-dimensional shape, right? So you can just write down the name of any two-dimensional shape. Which is a two-dimensional shape? The two-dimensional shape, it could be any shape, right? For example, a square, a triangle, a rectangle, they all have just two dimensions, right? Square, rectangle, triangle, they all are two-dimensional shapes. Like this is their width. For example, if we talk about a triangle, right, this is the length, and this is the width. So that is a two-dimensional shape, right? So two-dimensional shapes are the one that has two dimensions. Which two dimensions? The length and the width. So the examples are square, rectangle, and triangles, right? They do not have any thickness. That is the only difference. The two-dimensional shapes do not have any thickness, right? Okay, let's just see what are the three-dimensional shapes, right? Two-dimensional shapes are flat figures, and but the three-dimensional shapes are solid figures, right? They are not the flat, they are solid figures. Let me just write down the definition of the three-dimensional shapes. You can note down the definition. Three-dimensional shapes are solid figure is a solid figure, right? It has three dimensions with three dimensions. They are length, width, and height, width and height, right? So the shape has thickness or depth, right? The shape has thickness or depth, right? So, which is an example of three-dimensional shape? The example of a three-dimensional shape is a cube, right? Cube is an example of three-dimensional shape. This is a square, right? It just has a height and a length. It doesn't have any thickness. But if it is like this is a cube, right? Cube has six faces. You can just see three faces. They have the opposite direction on this side, this side. They also have three. So cube has six faces, right? Hold on, let me show you the cube. That is three dimension, right? This one, you can see that is a six sided shape, and that it is a three dimensional shape, right? Got it? Okay, so we have the three dimensions and we've done with the definitions of three dimensions and two-dimensional shapes. Let's just start with the lesson. We can find different examples. Let's see. Let's just start with the first one. Name the three-dimensional shapes. Okay, you are given the shape. You have to write their names, right? Just look at the first one. What shape is this? Cone is also a three-dimensional shape because it has a depth also, right? The height, the width, and the depth also. So cone is that is a cone, right? This shape is a cone. Usually you can see this type of hats on your birthday, right? So that is a cone. You can see this one is vertex. Then you have a circle down there, and then you have a curve. So this is a shape, and that is a three-dimensional shape, right? Okay, the next one is what shape is this? That is actually a ball, right? You can play with your ball, right? The ball is actually a sphere, not flat surface, and your ball is also a three-dimensional shape, right? You can relate things to your real life. You can see the three-dimensional shape in your real life. What shape is it? That is a ball, and I think all of you can play with your ball daily, right? So ball is a three-dimensional shape. Any ball, football, cricket ball, any ball, they are all spheres and they are three-dimensional shapes, right? But you can name it as a sphere. Let's just start with the practice question. You just have to name the shapes, right? Okay, what shape is this? Sphere, cone, cube, cylinder. Which is the correct option? You can relate this shape to also cone ice cream, right? You can even eat cone ice cream. So this shape is related to. So in your real life, you can use some of the three-dimensional shapes, right? So which shape is this? This is a cone. If you already know the answers, you can please write down the answers in the chat box. That would be a cone. Okay, what shape is this? Cone, cylinder, sphere, prism. Which is the correct option? Cone, cylinder, sphere, and prism. Which is the correct option? This is a sphere, right? The correct option is sphere. It looks like ball, but you can, when naming three-dimensional shapes, that would be a sphere. Very good. What shape is this? Cube, cylinder, cone, sphere. Which is the correct option? What type of shape is this? This is a cone, right? The correct option is cone. What shape is this? Which is the correct option? You can write the name of the shape in the chat box. Yes, very good. That would be a sphere. The correct option is sphere. What shape is this? Cone, cube, prism, sphere. Which is the correct option? The correct option is, yes, that would be a sphere, right? The correct option is sphere. The last option is the correct one. What shape is this? Which is the correct option? Yes, that is a cone, right? The correct option is cone. What shape is this? Which is the correct option? That is a cube, right? That's the shape. You can see your toys, right? That is a cube. What shape is this? Which is the correct option? Yes, that is a sphere. The correct option is sphere. What shape is this? Which is the correct option? Yes, that is a cube. The correct option is cube, right? Okay, we are done with the lesson. The next one is the faces of the shape, right? So how do you count the faces of the shape? Like I just explained you. You can see the first example is cube, right? You can see here. If you just look at the faces, first one, second one, and third one. The first one, second one, and third one. These are the three faces you can see. So every faces are in the pair form, right? This one on the back of this one, this side and this side. Then you have this side and this side. So when you're working on the faces, first the thing is what are the faces, right? Faces are the flat parts of the shape, right? So the cube has six faces, right? You can start with the two, you can count with the opposite faces, right? Up one and down one. Then you have this one, and the back of this one is this one. Then you have this and this. So cube has total 6 faces, right? Okay, you can see this shape as a shoebox. So how many? You can go find a shoebox and you can count the shapes of faces of the shoebox. So a shoebox has 6 shapes, right? The correct option is 6. Let's just start with the practice questions. How many faces this shape have? You can relate this shape to a shoebox. So go find a shoebox and count the faces and then write the answer. Which is the correct option? How many faces does this shape have? Yes, this shape have 6 faces, right? If you see, they have very good. The shape has 6 faces. Faces are the flat surfaces. How many faces does this shape have? Which is the correct option? Which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is that is a cube and cube have 6 shapes. The correct option is 6. Very good. How many faces does this shape have? Which is the correct option? Yes, that is a cube and a cube has 6 faces. The correct option is 6. How many faces does this shape have? Which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is 6 faces, right? The shape has 6 faces. How many faces does this shape have? Which is the correct option? The correct option is the shape is a cube. Very good. And the cube has 6 faces. The correct option is 6. How many faces does this shape have? Yes, the correct option is the shape has six faces. The correct option is six, right? How many faces does this shape have? Which is the correct option? Very good. That the shape has exactly six faces. So the correct option is six. How many faces does this shape have? Which is the correct option? Four? No. This shape have six faces. Let's just see how. You can see them in the pair form, right? Go find a shoebox and just count the faces. Right? That shape exactly match with the shoebox. So let's just see. This is the first one, right? And the pair is downside. So two shapes, two faces, then this is second one, and on the opposite side, this side, right? So they are again two faces, this one and on the back of this one. So the shape has six faces, not four. The correct option is six. If you are still confused, go find a shoebox and count the faces. Let me know then how many faces a shoebox have, right? How many faces does this shape have? The correct option is very good. The shape has six faces. The correct option is six. How many faces does this shape have? Yes, this shape have six faces, right? So the correct option is six. Okay, we are done with the lesson. Let's just see. The next lesson is identify faces of three-dimensional shapes, right? Let's just see how do we identify the faces, right? Does this shape have a triangle as a face? So just look at this shape very carefully, right? This shape is a pyramid, right? And it has four faces that looks like a triangle. One, two, and three, four backside, and you have one, the down one that looks like a square, right? So that is a pyramid, and a pyramid has a triangle as a face. Yes, it has four faces. That total faces are five. Four of them are triangles, and the fifth one is square, right? Okay, the next one is How many does this shape have a triangle as a face? So which is the correct option? Yes, that is a pyramid, and pyramid has a face that is triangle, right? Okay, the next one is, let's just start with the practice questions, right? Okay, does this shape have a circle as a face? Yes or no? Which is the correct option? No, right? The shape have all the faces that looks like that are square, not the circle. So the correct option is no, right? Very good. Okay, the next one is, does this shape have a triangle as a face? So which is the correct option? Yes or no? The correct option is yes, that is a cone, and the front face looks like a triangle. So the correct option is this one looks like triangle. Triangle as a face, yes, it has a triangle as a face. But no, why? Circle. And what about this one then? Hmm, but why no? Does this shape have square as a face, which is the correct option? The correct option is yes, the shape have a square as a face. Does this shape have a triangle as a face? Yes, the correct option is yes, this shape have a triangle as a face, right? Does this shape have a circle as a face, which is the correct option? The correct option is no, right? Does this shape have a triangle as a face? The correct option is yes, it has a face. It has a triangle as a face, right? The correct option is yes. Does this shape have square as a face? No, right? The correct option is no. Does this shape have a triangle as a face? Yes, the shape has triangle as a face. The correct option is yes. Does this shape have a circle as a face? The correct option is yes, it has a circle as a shape, right? You can see this side of the face. That is a circle. Does this shape have a triangle as a face, which is the correct option? The correct option is yes. Does this shape have a square as a face? The correct option is no, right? Does this shape have a triangle as a face? No, right? Does this shape have a circle as a face? The correct option is no, right? Does this shape have a triangle as a face? The correct option is no, no face. It don't have the shape, do not have any face. Triangle has a face, right? Does this shape have a square as a face? The correct option is yes. Does this shape have a circle as a face? The correct option is yes. Does this shape have a triangle as a face? The correct option is yes. The shape have face as a half triangle as a face. Does this shape have a circle as a face? No, it just has a square. The correct option is no. Right? Does this shape have a triangle as a face? The correct option is yes, right? Does this shape have a square as a face? No, the shape do not have any square as a face, right? Does this shape have a circle as a face? No, the shape do not have any face as a circle, so the answer is no, right? So we are done with the lesson and also we are done with the chapter 2 and 3 dimensional shapes, right? So who is going to write the names of the two dimensional shapes? What are the two dimensional shapes? Which shapes are two dimensional shapes? Please write down the names of the two dimensional shapes. The correct option is square, triangle. They are all or they all are the two dimensional shapes, right? And you can which is the example of three dimensional shape? The cube is an example of three dimensional shape, right? Okay, we are done with the lesson. We're working on the chapter 2 and 3 dimensional shapes. So, the lessons we have covered today are name the three dimensional shapes, count the shapes faces, identify faces of three dimensional shapes, right? So, please, next session, you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. That's your homework for today, right? So, if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9, right? So if you have any question, you can please ask. Please ask question if you have any. No questions. Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.